Going back to the sketch for a moment, I'm going to place this dimension string into the drawing now, and I want to show you the continuous option in dimensioning. I'm going to begin with the 6 inches and then continue placing the next 2 lines of that string. So beginning, I can select either from the icon or from the pull down menu. I'll select from the icon this time, linear dimension. Specifying the first extension line, I'm going to pick this point, and let's remember this is point number 1. Second extension line, let me zoom into this, and we will pick this. This is the second extension line origin. Picking that, taking my dimension line and placing it here. The next thing I want to do, let me zoom previous and do a zoom one more time here. The next icon I want to use is the one called Continue Dimension. What Autocad will do now, when I click on this button, and let me do that now, it indicates specify a second extension line origin. Notice what it's done. It has already determined that the second location I had picked becomes the first for the following dimension line. So all I have to do is continue by placing, or rather picking this point, and I can continue again and select this endpoint. And when I have completed that, I'm going to right click and enter. And there we go. Notice how it indicates select continued dimension. I'm just going to tap the escape key because I have completed that portion. So just like that, I was able to place that string very easily, which is very nice. Another thing I want to point out, let me just draw a line here as an example. I'm going to take a line and just take it right across here, turn ortho on. Because the dimension is behaving like a single entity, Autocad will treat it as such. Watch what I'm going to do. I'm going to select Trim, and I'd like to trim this dimension line based on this line here. So I'm going to select the line as a cutting edge, and then enter, and then trim the dimension. So we're going to take away this portion of it. When I trim it, as you can see, it updated the dimension string. I'm simply going to enter here, and let me pick this line and erase it. So as you can see, I was able to trim it back to that one point. I could have simply, let me just undo here for a moment. I could have simply selected it and then gripped that definition point and brought it to the location. But my point was to prove how you can use the trim command, and if I can use trim, I can also use extend. So let's give extend a try here. I'm going to select extend. It indicates select boundary edge. Let me zoom window into this area, and I'm going to select this line as the boundary edge, enter, and select the object to extend, and that would be this dimension line. And it does not select it. The reason for that is because the lines, or rather the definition points, need to be able to locate that line. So let's try this line now, and let's extend that, selecting, and then picking the extension. So as you can see, I look at this and I say to myself that it should have extended there, but it didn't. So at times AutoCAD does not behave the way you want it to, but it doesn't mean that there aren't some workarounds. The point of this is to show you that you can use trim, you can use extend. When possible, go ahead. When necessary, use the guidelines, just like we have done in the past. Or simply selecting it and just doing it yourself, basically. The program is far from being perfect. It is a very good program, and I'm going to say it is 99% where it should be. And just like other programs, it always falls short 1%, but it doesn't take away from the fact that it's very powerful and you can do quite a bit with this program. Last thing I want to do is place the overall dimensions, which I don't have yet. So let me pan this drawing down and go ahead and dimension from this end point. And if it's difficult, simply zoom in from here and turning on my object track, tracking from this point up. And again, I'm too far away, so I need to zoom in, track this point. So if it doesn't want to go, that's okay. I'm going to leave it at this end point, place it up here, and simply grip it and force perpendicular at this location. So as you can see, maybe it would be a good idea under settings to have perpendicular on, and that will be your decision to make. Coming back out, next I want to finish this and place another dimension, and I'll be a little sloppy here. I'm just going to place one line and one line out here, and simply taking the grips and there we go. Dimensions in place and turning on the previous layers.